Naging malaman, matapang at malapit sa kalagayan ng mga Pilipino ang ikalawang State of the Nation Address ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Sumentro po ito sa pagkakaroon ng maginhawang pamumuhay para sa lahat sa pamamagitan ng programa ng kanyang administrasyon.
Kabilang narito ang mahusay na pagbibigay ng serbisyo ng pamahalaan sa publiko, kapayapaan at kaayusan na rin po sa bansa. Dito ay hinimok rin ng Pangulo ang kanyang mga kritiko na mainam na gamitin na lamang ang kanilang impluensya para tumulong at turuan ang mamamayan ukol sa masamang epekto ng iligal na droga. Ang sentro ng balitang yan hatid ni Rocky Ignacio.
Ang pamumuhay sa lahat. Ito ang tema ng ikalawang State of the Nation Address ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Nakatuon ito sa tatlong usapin ng hangad na pagbabago, ang peace and order, mahusay na serbisyo publiko at kaunlaran. Katulad ng kanyang unang pag-uulat sa bayan, mahigpit ang laban ng kanyang pamunuan sa iligal na droga.
That is why I have resolved that no matter how long it takes, the fight against illegal drugs will continue because that is the root cause of so much evil and so much suffering that weakens the social fabric and deters foreign investments from pouring in. The fight will be unremitting as it will be unrelenting. Despite international and local pressures, the fight will not stop until those who deal in it understand that they have to cease, they have to stop, because the alternative are either jail or hell. And I will make sure, very sure, that they will not have the luxury of enjoying the benefits of their greed and madness. I do not intend to loosen the leash in the campaign or lose the fight against illegal drugs. Neither do I intend to preside over the destruction of the Filipino youth by being timid and tentative in my decisions and actions. To the critics against the fight, your efforts will be better spent if you use the influence, moral authority, and ascendancy of your organizations over your respective sectors to educate the people on the evil of illegal drugs, instead of condemning the authorities unjustly, blaming for every killing that bloodies this country. But don't get me wrong, I value human life the way I value mine. Each life that is snuffed out translates into future generations' loss.
Hiniling pa ng Pangulo ang suporta sa mga mambabatas na ipasa ang panukalang batas sa magpapatupad muli ng parusang bitay, partikular na sa mga sangkot sa karumal-dumal na krimen.
I therefore ask Congress to act on all pending legislations to reimpose death penalty on the heinous crimes, especially in the trafficking of illegal drugs. We know every day that one family rape, dalawa, all are dead. Then you trivialize it with human rights and due process. Okay ako niyan. When you go into an anger, you burst with rage, okay yan. But with so many killings as brutal and as cruel as what happened, if you add human rights and due process, you stink and your mouth smells. If you want to criticize, condemn the act, stop there. But do not give the excuse or do not make it trivial by saying human rights at least must be protected. Yan ang pinakabugok magawa ng isang tao. When you criticize, stick on one topic. Then you find an event where you can talk about human rights and due process. But do not talk about it at the same time when there is a carnage and you begin to blabber, talk about human rights. Lalong nagagalit ang tao. May namatay, nakakala mo sino man. What have you done in the name of human rights? 77, you have the records. You can summon the police. 77 before I became president. All drug-related, 77,000. And you trivialize that with a conference. At saka pumunta dito, ang tatanungin, yung nasa prisuhan. Na pinriso dahil just imagine, I challenge you. You want a debate in public? Okay, we'll have it.
Nasa panig pa rin anya ang pamahalaan ng kapayapaan sa harap ng usapin ng kaguluhan sa Marawi City. Ipinagtanggol pa rin nito ang pagpapalawig ng martial law sa Mindanao.
I declared martial law in Mindanao because I believe that that was the fastest way to quell the rebellion at the least cost of lives and properties. At the same time, the government would be adequately equipped with the constitutional tool not only to prevent the escape of rebels who can easily mingle and pretend to be civilian evacuees only to regroup in another place to fight another day, but also to prevent them from spreading the gospel of hate and violence in the rest of Mindanao. Martial law and the suspension of the writ of habeas corpus enable the military to arrest, detain, and question suspected members and sympathizers of rebellion, similar to what happened to the parents of the Maote brothers. As President, I am reiterating my unwavering support and commitment to the soldiers of our armed forces and members of the police force. Those who are on the ground and in the battlefields, and those who are risking their lives for our country and our democracy, I have your backs. To those who oppose and think that all these are efforts that are out of order, I hold myself, me and me alone, should be responsible. The people of Marawi need help. Caught in the crossfire between government troops and Muslim extremists, they have been through hell, and we need to help them rise and move forward.
Habang wala na itong intensyong ituloy ang peace talk sa CPP, NPA, NDF hanggat nagpapatuloy ang pag-atake sa tropang sundalo.
Kayong mga left, I will not talk to you. Why should I? Wag mo na akong pilitin na magpatayo kayo mga propor, shut up, wait for 2 years because I have, this is my proposal. I may be totally wrong and I will accept it, but this is mine. From now on, I will save money for the armed forces of the Philippines.
Bagamat pinasalamatan ng Pangulo ang mga mambabatas sa usapin ng martial law, sinundan na rin ito ang hiling na pagpasa sa tax reform package. Ang tutulong anya para tugunan ang pangangailangan ng pondo sa loob ng 5 taon. Habang isinulong na rin ito ang Magna Carta for Women at Land Use Act na tutugon sa hinaing ng mga mahihirap.
If we have to embrace the vision of a prosperous Philippines, we have to start putting value to our people's well-being, because the success of every Filipino's pursuit in life, liberty, and happiness directly mirrors the fulfillment of our aspiration as a Filipino. I would like to reiterate my personal and this administration commitment to fully implement the Magna Carta of Women to the barangay level. Tapos na to. To this effect, government units institutionalizing gender and development program services. We're targeting to increase government spending on infrastructure from 5% of the GDP in 2017 to 7% of the GDP by 2022, amounting to a total of 8 to 9 trillion pesos, or 160 to 180 billion dollars. Infrastructure projects, we will make a few years the golden age of infrastructure in the Philippines to enhance our mobility and connectivity and thereby spur development growth on equitable in the country. In other words, we are going to build and build.
Marami na anyang hamon ng bansa kaya hinikayat nito ang dalawang kapulungan ng Kongreso na bumalangkas ang batas para tugunan ang epekto ng mga kalamidad at sakuna sa bansa. Kaya mahigpit na rin ang babala ng Pangulo sa mga irresponsableng pagmimina na sumisira sa kapaligiran na pinagkukunan ng hanap buhay.
I am calling both houses of Congress to expeditiously draft a law establishing a new authority or department that is responsive to the prevailing 21st century conditions and empower to best deliver the enhanced disaster resiliency and quick disaster response. While the law is crafted with extreme urgency, we need to undertake immediate action to ensure disaster resiliency and effective response in the Greater Manila area, which is our country's seat of governance, center of business, commerce, and academe. Disaster resiliency of Metro Manila and the surrounding provinces is a matter of urgent concern. Yan, nandito yan, tinatakot nila dito because of the high-rise buildings and ilang tao nakatira dyan. Kung paya ka ito sa isang sinkhole, I mean, if it cracks and it goes down, can we still manage to go up? God, wag ngayon ha, kaya nandito ako. Hintayin mo lang sila dito nag-aaway. I am directing the Cabinet Cluster on Climate Change and Adaptation and Disaster Risk Management to immediately work hand in hand with the concerned LGUs, the private sector, and the affected communities themselves in undertaking disaster measures, antidotes. We will need to act and fast.
Tumagal ng 2 oras ang talumpati ng Pangulo katulad ng kanyang unang SONA kaya maging ang 25 bilyong pisong tax settlement ng Mighty Corporation inanunsyo ng Pangulo.
After the settlement, Mighty will no longer engage in tobacco business. This will be the biggest tax settlement on record. It will produce a windfall for government, which is significant since we have to face the unexpected costs of rebuilding Marawi and Ormoc. The acceptance of the tax settlement offer does not preclude other criminal charges against the company that the BIR may decide to file. A settlement will allow government to avoid a long battle that, as we saw in the previous years, could take years to resolve. Let this be a lesson to others. This administration will spare no one found cheating the government of its due.
At sa pagtatapos ng Ulat sa Bayan, formal nang isinumite ng Pangulo ang 2018 proposed national budget na mahigit 3.7 trillion pesos. Ito ang kauna-unahan sa kasaysayan ng pagsusumite ng isang Pangulo na nag-uulat sa bayan. Mayroong kasing 30 araw ang isang Pangulo na isumite ang mungkahing budget pagkatapos ng SONA. Rocky Ignacio para sa Bayan.